Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Attaway and I am a part of the Edit 6190E Summer 2018 class, and this is my final project. So for my project idea, I wanted to create a baking kit similar to cooking kits like HelloFresh or Blue Apron that you get sent to your door with pre-measured ingredients, recipe, etc. I wanted to do an equivalent to that for baking. I came up with this idea because Lloyd had told us to really find something that we were passionate about and create a project around that. So in my free time, I love to bake. I love trying new recipes. I love decorating. And I really wanted to create this website and this design for people who wouldn't necessarily call themselves bakers, but as a way to get them into it and ultimately make something that they were proud of to share at a birthday party or a gathering and just kind of show off what they created. So I'm going to take you through this website that I designed. I created it as if I was going to make a company, and this would be where people could come on and buy my product of an Easy Bake Kit. Also, a side note with the name Easy Bake, I thought of like the Easy Bake Oven and how that's supposed to be easy for kids. I didn't spell it the same way, but I wanted people to maybe be able to really remember that name in mind and associate it with something that is simple. So anyway, that was just a side note. But yeah, so I'm going to take you through my website. First off, this is the homepage. I have a background here. It says Bake Like a Pro. Again, I want people to get a kit, make something, and really feel like it's professional. I say the possibilities are endless. Baking is now as simple as 1, 2, 3. The steps for this, I wanted them again to be very simple and non-complicated. So ultimately, people that wanted to buy this product would come on my website. They would choose a baking category. They would select a recipe from that category and then purchase it, and it would be sent right to their door, just like with the cooking boxes and kits. Alright, so that's my homepage. The About page. This is my About page. Let me fit it into scale really quick. So it just says kind of how I came about the idea, how I got started. Oh, and let me go back really quick to the homepage. So one of the features that I worked with Wix was these little buttons that they have. So this Learn More tab, if you click it, it takes us to the About Us page, just where we were. That way it makes it more user-friendly in my opinion, and is more accessible. So this About Us again explains how I came up with the idea, what our goal is. This Get in Touch button, if you were to click it, it would create an email that then you could send, well, it would be to me, but to the owner, about any questions that you would have or concerns or, yeah, comments, anything. So baking categories. This is like the first step. So if people came and they were on my website and they were like, okay, let's look at the baking categories. So again, I explain it. This is step 1. We have a wide variety of options, but if you can't find what you're looking for, we do have a customized tab where you can create your own, and that tab is up here, and I'll explain that later. So we have cookies, we have cupcakes, cakes, pies, and then the customized tab that I mentioned. So cookies is our first category. You wouldn't necessarily have to go in order if you were a customer, but this is just the first one that comes up. Again, I have one of those buttons at the bottom. Could click it. You could also access the cookies tab up here. So this is the cookies page. So if a customer was like, okay, I'm looking to make I want a cookie recipe and I want a cookie kit sent to my door with pre-measured ingredients so that I can just dump them pretty much all in a bowl, mix it together, and bake the cookies. So I have cookies, I have background, classic chocolate chip, lemon crinkle, simple sugar, the choice is yours. Click the recipe you want to try. Check out and start baking. So here's one of my favorite features. I love how I set this up, if I do say so myself. I think the visuals are just turned out really great. So if you want to just do a simple chocolate chip cookie kit, you could click that right there. It would take you right to checkout. A lemon crinkle. I want to say like it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Or some sugar cookies. Kind of basic stuff, but also very, very yummy and satisfying. Another thing I want to point out is the prices. I really, really struggled when it came to my project with figuring out how to price things. However, I ultimately decided if there were more ingredients that I was sending them, if the recipe was more complicated, I would charge them more. So if I was having to send them 20 ingredients, like it's going to be a little bit more pricey as opposed to just some flour and sugar and other things like that. I will say if you, like as you just look at this right here, you don't really get much information, but if you clicked it, it would take it to a page as if you were buying it. It's the shop page. And here's where you can get a close-up of the cookie. See both pictures. I have a refund policy, obviously no refunds. A shipping policy, a little bit more product info, like nothing is better than a warm, ooey gooey chocolate chip cookie. I have the gist of how long it would take, about how many it would make, and then I have in your box will include a recipe card. In every box you will get a recipe card, and then a cup of sugar, all that stuff. And something I decided, which I may go back and tweak later, but for right now, with this prototype, I have not designed a box that has ice packs or anything like that. So like they will still need butter, eggs, or like milk if that was for a product or anything. So as of right now, and that's what I base the price off of. Like if they need to buy 5 ingredients, I'm not going to charge them as much, essentially. So let's kind of go through the rest of the tabs. This is the cupcake one. Again, just kind of clicking the recipe and seeing. They honestly make my mouth water just looking at them. Cakes. Yep, so we've got cakes. So see, like with these, cakes are a little bit more. The white chocolate blueberry cheesecake. This one I think is the most expensive that I price it. But you've got a crust, you've got a filling, and you've got a topping that I have to send them ingredients for. So that's what makes it a little bit more pricey, but man, it does look good. Alright, and let's see. Lastly, let's look at the pies. So these are the pies. Again, just price range and price difference. So yeah, I have really enjoyed making this project. I've loved seeing it come to life. And just really quick, showing you the customize tab. So this is where if they didn't see a recipe that they wanted or a box, they could fill this out and it would send me an email. And then I'd just be in contact with them whether it could be turned into a reality or not, if I could create a kit for them. And lastly, I also included decorating kits or cookie cutters or baking kits, just as a little side thing that they could purchase as well. In my cakes tab, I have at the bottom said every cake needs decorating, and if you click this, it takes you right here so that you could buy piping bags and different things, like if you didn't already have that stuff at home. Yeah, and then here's my contact page. Send us your recipe. And yeah, any questions or whatever. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this project as much as I have, and I appreciate any feedback. Thank you.